Hello, today's lesson is going to be on some functions, some built-in formulas that are used quite a bit in spreadsheet programs. So I have 10 different functions that we're going to use today. The first four are auto functions. So we're going to get those four from this shortcut button, this auto button right here. And for the most part, we're going to be using column C only today, just for the purposes of the video. When you do the assignment on Thursday, you're going to be using some other contents, cell contents, but most of what we do today, let's just keep it simple and use column C. All right, click where you would like the sum to show up, the total of all these to show up, and then come over here to our functions button and click sum. And then you need to select, inside the parentheses, it's waiting to know what range of cells for it to analyze. So you need to select all of these cells. And then let's hit enter. Okay, so that is the sum. That's all of those added together. Next is the minimum, or asking it to find the smallest number, the minimum number. So be sure to click where you want the answer to appear. Come up here to the functions button, click minimum or lowest, and then again, you must select the cells you want it to analyze. And it found the lowest number of 127. Okay, the max, we'll come up here. Max is going to find the highest number, the maximum number in the list. So max, and then select the ones you want it to look at and hit enter. 549 is the biggest number. Jackie Robinson had the most times at bat. Okay, one more using the functions button. Let's do this button and choose average. So it'll find the average number of times at bat. Select all the cells, hit enter. Okay, fairly easy. Now, I did want to show you one thing. If you're not needing the answer to be put somewhere, if you're just wanting to know, but the answer's not going to be typed somewhere, you can just select cells here, and you can look down here, and it will tell you right away what the minimum, maximum, average, and so forth are. So that's just kind of a handy thing to know that that's down there. But if you need the answer put in somewhere, then you have to come up here. Okay, let's move on to count. We want it to count how many cells we've selected. So we're going to do equals. We're going to type the word count, left parenthesis, and then select all of these, right parenthesis, enter. So there are 11. Now, if some of these were empty and we selected this whole range, but some of them were blank, it would not count the blank ones. It'll only count ones that actually have data, just so you know. Okay, this next one is an interesting one. The function called write, it will let you, let me show you. If I start typing it in, equals write, it will usually give you a definition, a substring from the end of a specified string, which means it'll take a few characters from the right edge of these words or characters from the right end of these. So let me show you. Equals right, left parenthesis. And then if I just clicked on, let's just do this one. Okay, B5. Then I would put a comma, and then it says, this is kind of a prompt to tell us what comes next. The number of characters, how many characters from the right edge of the word we want to take out and put into this cell that we're typing in. Okay, so right now we're telling it, use the word Aaron, take the last three letters. Right means it's on the right edge of the word. So take the last three on the right and put them there. Okay, and at some point I'll give you some purposes for when you would use this. but we won't get into that right now. Let me just show you. You can also do it with left, equals left. So if you want to get a substring from the beginning of a specified string, you use left. So if we just wanted the first 3 letters of Roberto, we would do that, and then we would do a comma, and then how many characters we want. So we want 3 letters, 3 characters, we would put a 3 after the comma. And then always end it with the right parenthesis. Okay, so anyway, that's how you do left and right. Now, concatenate, we've done once before. That's where it takes a word out of here and a number from here and combines them in the same cell. So let's do equals concatenate, appends strings to one another, attaches strings to one another. Okay, so left parenthesis. Let's do Mantle, Mickey Mantle, and let's do his salary. Ooh, nearly $5 million. Okay, so then if we want to concatenate those or join those two and put them both together here, then after we have done B9, we'll put a comma, and then it wants the second string that we want to attach, and then we'll put this one. Okay, and then we'll end it with a right parenthesis, hit enter. Now it squishes it all together because we never told it that we need a space. So if we want to put a space, then let's come up here and look at our formula a little closer. After the first one, B9 and the comma, let's click right here. And then we have to put quotation mark, space bar, quotation mark, and then a comma. Because all of these different criterias have to, or arguments have to be separated by commas. Okay, so then it would do mantle and a space. Now let's go a little further, because I think you have to do this on Thursday. If you wanted it to say mantle, then you wanted it to have a space, but then you wanted it to put a hyphen. You do quotation, and then a hyphen, quotation. Okay, and if I just left it like that, then this is what we have so far. We have a space before it. But if we want a space after the hyphen, also, then we got to come up here, and after the hyphen and the comma, then in quotes, we have to put a space and then quotes again. It's a little bit crazy, but that's how that one works. Okay, now upper is for uppercase. If you want to take a word that is not all uppercase and make it uppercase, you do equals. Let's take berry. And then let's just hit, equals and then upper, left parenthesis. Let's just click berry. And with the parenthesis, enter. See that? It did berry in all caps. Okay, proper means to capitalize the first letter of the word. So I've left one here that doesn't have it capitalized to show you. So if we wanted to put that in proper capitalization, which means first letter capitalized, we'll write equals proper, left parenthesis, click on Jackie, end it with the right parenthesis, enter. And there we have Jackie with a capital J. Okay, last one, guys, the count if. What this one does is it counts how many cells you've selected that equal a certain criteria. So if we wanted to know how many of these numbers are greater than, let's say greater than 500,000, the way we would do it is count if. So equals count if, left parenthesis, and here's our prompt telling us first we have to select the range of cells we want it to analyze. And then we want to put the comma, and now we need the criteria. Now, if we just wanted it to find one that equaled, let's say we wanted to find any that equaled 800,000. 800,000. You would just do it like that. And it would return the number and say there's only one that meets the criteria. Now let's come up here. If we want it to be a greater than or a less than, we have to put it in quotes. Quotation mark greater than 500,000. Okay, don't put a comma in there because it gets confused and thinks you're moving on to a new argument. So no comma, hit enter. Okay, and it says there are none greater than 500,000. But that's not right. We can see some that are greater than 500,000. So we want to come up here, take a look at our formula and see what's wrong. I think it's because we have this extra right parenthesis. Well, two extra ones. Not sure how that happened. Okay, there we go. We cleaned up the formula. We have the range, comma, and then in quotation marks, greater than 500,000. Quotation marks, right parenthesis. So it worked. This time it worked. It found all the ones that were greater than 500,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, my friends, that is all for today. Now you just have a quick little quiz where you answer 2 questions. And then on Thursday, you can refer back to this video because you'll be actually opening up this sheet in Google Sheets and doing this stuff for yourself. But today's just a short little quiz for you. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.